Light Years by the GOAT NAS. 15 songs long, 48 minutes. Like, this is beautiful. Sub an hour. That's what albums should strive to be. This sounds like early days hip hop, sub 2000 era. This is the type of like instrumentation they was using, bro. Wait, hold on, bro. You can't be talking like this. Scoop me in an MPV. I'm holding big heat. People like Nas, Chance the Rapper. I don't know. When they say shit like that, I don't know. I'm kind of like side-eyeing it because I'm like, oh, okay, bro. I guess. Like, if Vaughn say it, I'm like, all right. But okay, Nas.
PTSD, Project Trauma still dwells. Happiness gotta be in you, money can't help.
PTSD, Project Trauma still dwells. I don't know if he's trying to say maybe following up classic after classic in music terms is hard to do, and that gives him PTSD. Then he follows it up by saying happiness gotta be in you, money can't help, which is true to an extent. Money can fix a lot of problems for a lot of people, and that can in turn make them happy. But money, at the end of the day, not the source of happiness. And the reason why people think it can bring happiness is because the society we live in, where wealth is not equally distributed from the 1% to the rest of us.
Already classic before you heard it. The spoiler was on my feature verses.
Already classic before you heard it. The spoiler was on my feature guesses. I ain't gonna lie. His 2025 feature run was insane. Better than J. Cole's feature run. Like, we gotta be serious, chat.
Invisible fingers playing chords. My life is real.
This is a great intro track. Talks about the man he's become. And in addition to that, he reminisces on what he sacrificed and contributed to the rap game.
Jesus, the king out of Queensbridge. At ease us with your lyrical thesis.
One thing I'll say about Nas is that he has such lucrative and rich rhyme scheme. I would never have expected someone to attack a beat like this. Like, this is beautiful.
Whipping the pots, checking in on parlays or parfaits, how my days start.
From whipping in pots, checking in on parlays. There's three things we as a society need to do. Abolish gambling. Like, this Prize Picks, DraftKings, all this gambling and sports gambling, it has to end. Like, I'm not gonna lie, they get you so young when you're 18, and they hope that you get addicted to it so they can milk you for all your money. Like, we gotta end it. 2, AI. This reliance on AI. People can't even think no more, bro. Niggas trying to use AI, stay like up to date and inform about like politics and like what's going on in the world. Can't do that. You gotta use your common sense. And 3, we gotta mind our own business, bro. Too many niggas be in people's business. Like, come on, bro.
Serial investor, serial killer threat. Turn ether to Ethereum. Y'all wanna bet?
Beautiful masterclass right here. In addition to the rhyme scheme, he's hitting you with like how he leveled up. Serial investors, serial killer threat. That could be like meaning to like how he started off grinding without anything to his name, and now he's an investor. Turn ether into Ethereum. Obviously, ether is his famous diss track on Jay-Z, but Ethereum is like some cryptocurrency. So he's saying that he started off as just a rapper who maybe was known maybe just for dropping ether, and now he's rich.
Youngsters said when I'm grown, I'm coming. Then got grown, start clubbing and doing drugs. We wasn't.
Youngster said when I'm grown, I'm coming. Then got grown, start clubbing and doing drugs. We wasn't. So one of my favorite songs from Joey Badass is Temptation, because in addition to the upbeat instrumental, to when him tackling the topic of racism, about how why do we have innate value in our color of our skin, he talks about like the things that plague people that starts off in their community, like drugs, clubs. So this is kind of like a callback to that song for me, because he's saying these youngins keep saying that they were supposed to come for the crown, it's supposed to be this, that, and the third, and they not. And it's true. Like, I always tell my brother all the time, there's 3 things plaguing young men these days: gambling, women, and food. Look at the NBA players, all them YNs, it's always something. Zion, women. Luca, food. Michael Porter Jr.'s brother, gambling. That's the big 3. Terry Rozier too. Like, get that nigga off my heat, bro. New York State of Mind. I'm not gonna lie, Nas, with a title like that, it's also got to be a legendary track.
Still choker, struck, walk, Nike shorts, at night at court, stress and cut your life.
I don't know how I feel about this beat. Previous 2 were like call outs to like earlier hip hop. This sounds like a very dark, ominous one, which I don't know how fair is in comparison to the previous New York State of Mind.
Now our goals is that our sons don't end in juvenile pens. Rikers should be closed.
So obviously in these few lines here, he's talking about how him and his friends don't want their kids to end up in juvie, and then he goes on to say Rikers should be closed, which it should, because as you all know, I'm against the prison industrial complex. I believe in rehabilitation, and seeing all these people suffer in prison most of the time for non-violent offenses, can't co-sign that one, big brother.
The line like the tunnel in the palladium.
Yo, so obviously like what he's talking about in this song is very profound. So he starts off the first verse discussing the letdowns and inadequacies of New York, like how Rikers is still open, how you might get robbed. The second verse, which is my favorite part of the song, is now he talks about what he loves about New York. Skylights, how beautiful it is, whatever the case may be, and how he's happy to be a New Yorker. But I just can't get behind the beat selection. It was so bad, I'm not gonna lie now. I don't know what y'all cooked up here.
Before ice around me, on stage performing while they fighting around me.
Is my goat woke, chat? Before ice around me, on stage performing while they fighting around me. So obviously this could be ISIS and jewelry, but it also could be immigration and customs enforcement, because how they are basically the second rendition of the Gestapo, and how they just go around and just kidnap people and ship them off to CCOT or just imprison them for no apparent reason.
So ain't nobody stealing my peace, I'm still a beast. release. If I gotta put a piece in somebody grill and release.
If I gotta put a piece in somebody grill and release, it's crazy. So ain't nobody stealing my piece, but he put the other piece. What is that? Is that a homophone? Two words that are spelled differently but are pronounced the same way. But he also uses release. Kind of smooth. That's kind of smooth. Outside of the rhyme scheme, he's saying he takes his piece very seriously. He's willing to put a bullet in somebody.
If you kill a legend, now you a legend. The one who take out a legend, he next to be a legend.
No, it depends how you take out a legend. If you take out a legend in like a rap battle, or if you just out rap them like in the confines of hip hop, yes, I'm hearing you out. But if you go out of your way to kill a legend, no, like how Diddy did Biggie and Tupac, no, he's not a legend.
I open fire like panthers behind sandbags.
The Black Panthers? Yo, why am I go? Whoa.
It's onslaught. Turn you corny niggas to cornstarch.
Corn, like the actual like grain, you can use that to turn into cornstarch, but he's using corny to describe people, which means that you're a lame.
Well, there's much more respect. Hey, respect it is an art form now.
I guess you can make the argument that it's definitely much more respected now. But if you were to say, is it fully respected as other art forms like pop? Maybe not as much, and it's evidenced by the Grammys where they'll never nominate rappers for album of the year, like the general album of the year. And even if they do, like you will never win it, despite you having the best record there. Big caveat there, but I see the vision.
Everything in my head make bread. I made hip hop and symphony shows start to spread.
This his version of Jay-Z's like, I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman. He's saying, bro, every idea I have breeds money.
Take me back, drugs and money, we cruddy, lung smoky.
Take me back, drugs and money, we cruddy, lung smoky, right? That's imperative to remember because in a previous line he says, let's try to reimagine the passion when I got in this. So he's literally taking us back to the past on how he got into hip-hop.
Loop, repeat, do that by 20 times, yo, I made my first beat.
So this is a wonderful song and narrative that he paints because it allows us as the listeners to kind of enter his mind and realize, hey, this is what Nas was going through, and this is how he got into hip-hop, and this is how he saw his stardom.
Shout out to TK, Costin Rebs, Bomb 5.
Yo, this is Nas's control verse. However, instead of dissing people, he's showing them their props and credit. So that's nice. That's kind of cute, actually.
Having in your wealthy pockets, Louis Prada, but health is my most valuable stock tip.
Health is really the most important thing, and it really is power at the end of the day. Yeah, you can have all these expensive things, Louis, Prada, Versace. However, your health is going to really be the most valuable, which is why universal healthcare should be a human right.
Yo, let's shoot this movie smoothly. Listen to me. Let's take it to the past long before the new me.
Like, this is such a beautiful delivery of lines, like the way he's stopping, pausing, how he's dictating, how he's beating up certain words and lines.
I stepped out, I stretched out, I took a breath in, let a breath out. I don't flex, don't want clout.
Like, I see so many people able to master different flows and able to switch flows mid-verse, but I feel like this is a rare skill to be able to dictate the tempo on a line, and so casually as well. It's like Steph Curry's step back three. It's like one of the hardest things to do, but he does it so effortlessly.
There's two types of villains that live in my mind. I'll define it as one killer with rhyme, the other dealing supply.
All right, so he has two personas. One that wants to kill people with lyrics and verses and is the rapper. The other wants to deal drugs, because that second one that's dealing drugs or supplying drugs might be his younger self. He's saying that that persona of his younger self is still within him, but it's just getting overshadowed by the rapping, lyrical prowess Nas persona.
Not humble, not underground. Fuck your cigars and fedora hat.
I see what he's doing. He's using the both personas to rap. They're rapping at each other. I just clocked it. This is such an intelligent way to take a song. You have both personas that you're dealing with in your cognizant state, and you're just using both of them to rap at each other.
Now it's time for some words from the heart of Nasir.
Wait a second, chat. Now it's time for some words from the heart of Nasir. Is this a third persona?
Saucy, sucker softly, awkwardly, finger fucking cautiously.
I think this is the first feature on the album. Two, what I wanted to say is I like how they're going line for line here. Or if they're not going line for line, they do one part of the sentence and then the other one finishes it. Going band for band, you know?
What would the world be without beautiful, powerful women?
Chat, that's it. Misogyny's done. Misogyny cannot be a thing anymore in this society. We love women. Women can do no wrong. Period.
Thought it was shot rock. 50 years later, women is on top.
Is that true? Let's do some investigation. Post Malone. All right, we're just gonna act like number 4 this does not exist. And Nicki. Wait, so Nicki's the first female rapper at number 8, and then we don't get another one until Cardi B. Really? Yo, they put Kalani as a rapper. Look, I love Kalani, but come on, we gotta be serious.
Why don't you make yourself seen?
With love from Nas and Cream, this one goes
To the ladies.
This is very beautiful to see. Genre that has typically always been, or I don't want to just make it seem like it's a hip hop issue. It's really just a music issue and just a world issue in general that like to alienate women and like to just be misogynistic. This is very nice to see Nas, someone of his stature, someone of his legacy, someone of his pedigree, and someone who's well renowned and oftentimes considered the GOAT of his respected genre, give give his flowers to women and kind of say, no, like we'd be nothing without these amazing women. So more rappers should do this, please.
Trina, Doja Cat.
Hey, Doja Cat, the only one I'm iffy on, bro. She was in those racist chat rooms showing feet. That's the only one I can't really co-sign. But every other woman, sure, why not? I'll even let you give a shout out to Nicki like you did earlier, even though she's...
Azalea Banks.
Ooh, Azealia Banks. I don't know about that one. She is very problematic.
Armani Caesar.
Armani Caesar, so underrated, chat. Literally, I always tell people she's top 2 from Griselda. It's 1A, 1B with her and Benny the Butcher. And not just that, but have y'all seen her? She's literally fine shit. If I ever seen Armani Caesar in person, bro, I gotta shoot my shot, bro. I have to, bro. It's ridiculous.
Ain't that a bitch? I brought my brother here with me. His name is Chris.
Hi guys, I'm Nasir's brother.
I'm still a junkie, hip hop junkie. I need it in my arteries. It keeps calling me.
He will always live for hip hop. He loves the genre that much, and that no matter what happens, it'll always be like his kind of baby.
But with rap is a time limit, never. I'm living proof.
The YNs be running everything else, basketball, football, bro. But the unks in hip hop, Ghostface Killer, Nas, Clips, JID, bro. It's the unction, bro. We gotta respect the unction, and that is Light Years by Nas. I think one of my favorite aspects about this album was the callbacks to previous hit songs that he had in his catalog, like New York State of Mind, that trilogy, Daughters, Second Childhood. Even I think it's beautiful how he followed up those like classic songs that like us hip hop fans or even Nas fans would genuinely appreciate. I also do think this was well produced. DJ Premier and Nas did really well on this album in totality. My only gripe with this album was New York State of Mind Part 3. I felt like it just didn't fit the aesthetic of the album. The content of that song was really good, I think, and I think that aspect did fit, but I feel like how the song was executed sounded completely and radically different from every other song on the album. But it's nice seeing that Nas is still out here giving bars. I praise his flows and his rhyme schemes a lot because I think they're very clever, especially given his 2025 feature run. It was genuinely incredible to see. So I knew going into this album he would deliver something great, and this is why on my list I literally had Nas as one of the artists of the decade. Him, Bad Bunny, and Weeknd. Just funny now that I look back at it because all 3 of them dropped.
You heard it, the spoiler was on my feature verses. I lined it up kind of perfect and then I hurled it.